I am going to tell you where I've been, and then there's going to be a little bit of vlogging from a trip that I took, but the vlogging has just been a little few and far between because I've just been enjoying going to work and just working and enjoying my overnights, and I just haven't been videoing. I don't know. And when I'm home, I've been super busy, and I just keep myself busy doing things that I don't really need to do, but I do them anyway. So here's what I've been doing. So this is the room that you may have seen. I have vlogged in before. This wall back here, I actually covered with a black fake brick like stick-on stuff. So I don't know, I'll post a little like snapshot of that up here so you guys can see that if maybe you'll remember. I did a few videos with that in the background. Well, you can see that is gone. So that is the end of the story. So let's rewind just a little bit. I know it's kind of dark in here. Let me see if I can get some more light going on. Okay, so here I am in the hallway. It's a little bit brighter. So anyway, this is our spare room. And so my computer has been downstairs in a little area that's kind of like right next to the kitchen. Used to be like a breakfast nook area. I don't know. It's an awkward space. It has a desk built in. So
I'm having trouble understanding.
The computer is trying to talk to me. So anyway, so that's where I kept my little kind of office space. Well, lately I've been trying to focus. I mean, I always do my videos there, and it's hard when everybody's walking through because my husband and my daughter both work from home. So, they'll stop and chit chat or come make food or whatever. It's not like they're bugging me, but like I am very easily distracted. So lately I've been thinking, how can I find a space to have my workspace, my desk, that's not in the middle of daily traffic, and so I can focus and do what I want to do. So started coming up with some ideas. Was first thinking I would get a Murphy bed for this room because we want to make sure we still have a bed because the kids come and go and visit, and just if friends visit or whatever, we wanted to have like a guest room. So started looking into Murphy beds, very expensive. So we just were like, no, we're not doing a Murphy bed. My husband's like, well, why don't you just clear out the closet and use the closet? And I was like, no, that's ridiculous. So after thinking it through a little bit more and deciding that the Murphy bed was not a good idea, just a little more money than I want to spend and not really like ideal, I decided that the closet was a good idea. So that is what I have been working on. And because I decided to take that wall off, the brick stuff, because I was over it, it took even longer because it stuck so bad. And so I had to go through a whole rigmarole. Note to self, if you ever want to do something sticky on your wall like that, I just advise don't do it because you're going to want to take it off at some point and it's going to suck. So now I want to show you my new little office space that I created, and it's not done yet. It's still a little bit of a work in progress, but I have done a lot to it. So all the lighting that I had put up for my kind of like, Peloton space, I moved over here, and the sticky is kind of jacked up on it. So I have to get some more sticky stuff to make it stay because part of it's not staying, but I can show you what I have so far, and I am super in love with this. So let's look. So here is my new little closet desk office space. So this was just like a regular closet. It was totally stuffed with like costumes and just kind of random. It was like kind of a random catch-all place. And so what I did was cleared it all out. I took the bar down that was, for clothing. I took that out, and I filled in, and then I painted the whole top white, and then this blue actually matches the blue on the opposite wall. It's kind of a dark gray blue. And then I found this super cool Japanese wave wallpaper. I was just going to paint the wall blue, like a darker blue. But then I saw on somebody's blog, somebody's decorative blog, this idea to put up wallpaper, and I have never done wallpaper before, and I mostly got it lined up. Like I think I did a pretty good job. There's one spot if you want to play a game and look really close, you could probably find the spot where I was just like, it was a puzzle I couldn't solve and I just gave up. So it's a little bit wonky on one spot, but I don't care. So I got this cute little desk at Target. Don't look at the wire mess down there. Cute little desk at Target. And then I bought this shelf, which did not meet my expectations, exactly what I wanted it to be. But it will do. It's fine. And then I had this chair already. I will probably recover the chair and put a new cushion because it is a little flat. And also the fabric is kind of old and worn down. But I love this chair. It's like a chair that I bought at some random sale like years ago. Anyway, and there's my Glinda and Dorothy little purse thing that I got. So yeah, so now I have that shelf that I will utilize decorative, but as you can see, I need to fix the lights, but that is what I have been doing. So yeah, this is my little space. I have my Peloton bike is there, and then there's a TV, and my piano is here. I don't know if I told you guys I've been taking piano lessons, but I have. And I was taking from someone, it was the actual teacher, like in person, but they had too many students or just, too much going on. So I actually bought an online program and I really like it. I need to be a little more diligent at it. I can find any way to distract myself from doing what I probably should be doing. I'm really good at that. But anyway, so I am learning to play piano, and it's mostly for fun. It's just kind of like a brain exercise, if you will, to keep me thinking about things and my brain like learning stuff as I get older. So that is where we're at right now. I have all this crap on the bed that needs to be donated or put somewhere where I have not figured out where that is yet. At some point, this crazy wall that I took the sticky nonsense off of, I will have to probably sand it a little bit. I did like endless amounts of Goo Gone on it to get the rest of the stickiness, and it's like a styrofoam. But there is still like residue. So I got the bulk of it off so it doesn't look like it needs more. But if I'm going to repaint it, which I would like to do because there's just, some parts that need to be retouched up, I will have to sand it. So that will be another project for another day because I do not have the will to step into that. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you that little bit of information. Oh, one other thing, I wanted to answer a couple of questions. I'm going to go on my computer. So one of the questions I got was, I had kind of just was going to do a video on for new flight attendants, and I still will do that. But this was kind of a random flight attendant question that I will answer. Do we care if you ask for the whole can? Absolutely not. If anyone gives you trouble about asking for the whole can, then that is their problem and not yours. There's literally no reason they should not. The only reason you might get a weird look is if you're on a really short flight, and a lot of times people ask for the whole can and then they don't, and then they hand half of it back, which is kind of, it's honestly though, it doesn't really matter because if we pour you a cup, we're going to throw half the can away anyway if nobody else orders what you want. So it's really just ridiculous because, it's not their soda. Like, why do they care? So I don't understand why people get upset about it. I have heard other flight attendants say that they think it's like a safety issue to give out cans. I've never heard this. Our company does not say we can't do it. So, theoretically, yes, we are supposed to pour it into the little cup and hand the cup over, but we are also supposed to give passengers, wonderful customer service. So my idea of customer service is if you say I would like a whole full can of Coke Zero, then I will give it to you. So yes, ma'am, please ask for the whole can. If you'd like the whole can, it is totally fine. Now, if you're loading up cans in your bag because you want to take them home and, stock up your fridge with sodas, that's might be. And I have seen people do that, not with sodas, more with water, but I mean, also, if I don't see it, like, who am I to say? Like, I'm not going to check your bag for how many cans of water or soda, whatever you have. Hi, friends. I am headed out on a 2-day trip. It actually started as a 3-day, but I was able to do what we call sipping. And don't ask me why it's called that. I have no idea. But the first half of the trip went through Vegas. The first half of the trip went through LA. So if that happens, you go through your base, you can break it up. And so I put it in giveaway, and someone took the first half. So now I'm just working the second half. So I have to be at the airport at 6 p.m., which is going to be interesting, driving through LA at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. But I only have to work one leg to Reno. That'll be fabulous. So let me show you what I did yesterday. Because I can't just leave well enough alone and take a day off, I built that cabinet because we just had stuff stacked up on the toilet and on the shelf, and it was just messy and gross. So I went and found a cabinet and I built it. I put it together and very happy with it. And we also have this weird infestation of caterpillars, little tiny black caterpillars that are turning into moths. They're eating these bushes like out by the side of our house, and there's little caterpillars and like dust from, I don't know, it's like pretty sure it's like waste from them eating the trees, and it's all over my daughter's car, and it is a hot mess. So I worked on cleaning that up, and I had to arranged to get her car detailed because all the stuff fell in her car and it made stains. So that was my 1 day off that I earned. But anyway, so I'm gonna go work one leg, and then I end up in Reno, like I said, and I have 3 legs home tomorrow. I'm gonna have 1 day off and another reserve block, and then I have a week off. So kind of packing it all in because I need some money in my bank account. And we had planned this trip. I'm so excited to tell you guys about this trip, but I don't want to ruin the surprise. But anyway, so I'm gonna head to the airport. See you soon. Oh my gosh. I barely made it. I gave myself almost 3 hours, and as I stepped off the employee shuttle, I had 2 minutes until my check-in time. Oh no, crazy, but I'm here, and the plane is going to be a few minutes late.